be working through some different drills and stretches and techniques and just some pointers and tips for middle splits. One of my subscribers requested this a few weeks ago. Sometimes it takes me a little bit to get to these. I don't get paid for this. So if you have any requests, feel free to leave them in the comments. And I'm going to leave payment information in the description. If you want to put a donation towards your request, it will be tended to a little bit more in a timely manner, I guess. So let's get started. For your middle splits, you are going to have a little bit of hamstring flexibility, but that's not our priority with this. Primarily, when people are struggling to get their middle splits, it's because they lack hip flexor and adductor flexibility. So if those areas are really tight, I would suggest doing some foam rolling or maybe like a short little jog or something like that to warm up and loosen up beforehand. But for that foam roller, you can foam roll your adductors here. If your glutes are tight, it's probably going to be a little problematic for your middle split, and primarily with your middle split, it's going to be hip flexor flexibility, and really with our hip flexors, those primary muscles that we want to stretch out are going to be our iliacus and our psoas. June wants to join me here. So I'm going to show you how to stretch that out and how to get into that middle split and some different things that you can practice every day to get a little bit closer to your goal of having that. So we'll start with a standing stretch. We're going to turn our toes out at a 45-degree angle. We're standing a little bit wider than shoulder width, and we are going to drop straight down. I want my knees to be right over top of my ankles, and we're going to push these knees out and back. You can lean into this for a little bit deeper of a stretch, or if you need to pet your cat like me. But this is going to help open up those hips and get ready for that middle split, because if we don't have that stretch flat, you're not going to have a middle split. Another stretch that we can do to kind of get ready is our side lunges. So we want to push, that knee is turned in here, and we're pushing through that adductor, okay? And another stretch that is really helpful for this is our frog stretch. So with this one, you're going to get on hands and knees. You're going to bring your toes together, and you're going to walk your knees out, drop to elbows if you need to, and you want to sink as low into this stretch as you can. I have another video on my channel that is specifically for stretching our hips. Every single stretch that I have in that video is going to help you get your middle split. So check that one out as well. So from here, we're going to get started in this middle split. I want you to stand wider than shoulder width apart. You're going to touch your hands to the ground. And from here, you can slowly inch those toes and heels out until you can't go any lower. So the primary mistake that I usually see in this stretch is that the hands are too far back, which places all of that weight in your hip flexors. And that's not really what we want to do. Like, we do want to stretch those, but we want to have those hands right underneath our shoulders to take some of that pressure off so that we can slide out a little bit further, because your body is going to resist that middle split motion, especially if you don't have the flexibility to do that. We're going to keep our knees turned in, and we're going to slide our feet out as far as possible. One quick and easy way to see if you have your middle split is like if you're on a hardwood floor like me, line up with the lines on the floor. Your heels, your hips, and your toes should all be on the same line. If you notice that, you know, your bottom is a little further back than those feet, you do not have the middle split. You have a wide straddle, and that's a really great stretch, and it's a really great start, but it is not a middle split. So I'll kind of show you guys the difference of that, of those two, but from the side. You are distracting me. So with our wide straddle, you can see my feet are situated a little bit in front of me. So a lot of people think that this is a middle split, and it is absolutely not. This is a wide straddle. This is a good stepping stone to your split, and you can even do some stretches here to kind of help with that middle split, including reaching over to each side or reaching out to the middle for your pancake. Now, your middle split for that, if it's completely flat, you can see kind of my knees and my hip are aligned, and you can't see this other leg at all because it's right beside me. So the best way to get your middle split is just to do it. Just practice it, use those stretches, and do them daily. I mean, even just like 3 to 5 minutes, or, you know, a couple minutes, 30 seconds, holding those different stretches and drills are gonna help increase that flexibility and get you lower and lower to the ground for that middle split. And I'm gonna demonstrate that for you guys one more time.